Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Team Lines of Poetry collection, and Finding God Anime Devotional for Otakus, which is free on a variety of platforms. I'll leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Happy Wednesday, my friends! I am so excited you're here. I am so excited for another Top 5 Wednesday video, and that it is not cloudy today because I feel like every time I go to film, it has been super cloudy. So I was like, oh my goodness, the sun is out. We are filming, even though it's pretty early for when I'm like actually filming this video. But let's jump into Top 5 Wednesday because today, well, hold on. In case if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday in a nutshell, and I'll also leave a link down below to the group if you'd like to learn more, is we feature 5 books, but in this case I do manga, and we just use those manga reflect the said prompt for that said day. And today is Mother's, and happy Mother's Day, or post Mother's Day to all the mothers that are watching. I hope you guys just had a wonderful day on Mother's Day, and just, you are awesome. You totally rock. And today we're going to feature mothers in fiction that we just want to honor, that we just want to spotlight, and that could be our favorite. We just want to give them some love because mothers always need love. They work hard for what they do, and just shout out to all the mamas. I mean, I know I'm a mama too, but still, just being a mom is a hard job. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm really excited about my choices, especially my first 3 choices, because I recently learned that in fiction, when it comes to moms, some of my favorite moms are ones that I am totally not that kind of mom that can kick butt and just kick butt. They're just really awesome. So we're gonna go ahead, start with number 1. She had to be number 1, and that is Mama Yor. Is there any other person that deserves number 1 here? Because Yor is amazing. She's basically Anya's mom, and I love Yor. It's hard to say a favorite, you know what I mean, Spy Family, but I do feel maybe she's my favorite. I don't know. I feel like maybe it changes all the time. I don't know, but I really love Yor's character a lot. I love how she just gradually grows and changes through this series, especially when it comes to motherhood and being there for Anya, the way she protects her and cares for her and just genuinely loves Anya so very much. She is just so amazing, and I haven't quite caught up to, let's see, volume 7 is the latest release as of filming this video, and I think I'm back at volume 5. I think that's where I ended, was volume 5, so I gotta read 6 and 7, but oh my goodness, I've seen panels from volume 6 and 7 and even later on, and she's like Lloyd. I don't know if she feels she's a good mom, but she's a good mom. She's such a good mom to Anya, and oh my goodness, I just had to feature her, and she could totally kick butt, and that's, I think, part of why I think Yor is so awesome, because I'm I could never do that, and it's very entertaining and just very awesome to see her kick butt on page while being a mom at the same time. It is just so great. I really need to read those other 2 volumes because I have loved the minor spoilers I've seen purely by accident. I'm in a Spy Family Facebook group, so I'm sort of, if you're not up on the anime or the latest volumes, you definitely get spoilers, unfortunately. But the group is so fun, and I love all the Yor appreciation up in that group. So definitely had to feature Yor for number 1 because she needs all the appreciation for what she does. For number 2, I am featuring another kick butt mom, and that's Bellemire in One Piece. She's not on any of the covers, and I was so bummed because I was trying to find her this morning. Oh my goodness. She's amazing. She is an incredible mom as well. And even if here she is right here. Look at her. She even looks awesome. I mean, she is just so cool. And even though her time on page is very short-lived, if you know, I can't go into spoilers or say much about her character, but it is so moving. I was rereading that scene in the manga, and it was so emotional, just as emotional in the anime. Oh my goodness, that's all I can say. But I love her fierce personality, the way she cares for Nami and her sister, and just she's such a cool mom. I would never probably act except for in that one thing, but I can't relate to all the things that she does and the jokes that she makes with Nami, and just how fierce she is, but she's so supportive of them both, and you can just see the love that she has for these girls, and especially in that one moment, I mean, just she just had to be featured. She just had to be featured. She's another kick butt mom that I'm just like, dude, she's so super cool. She had to be honored today. And I just really loved, for the most part, seeing her on page, seeing like getting her backstory and just how it affected who she is today. It was just so good. And also just how Nami is so much like her mom, especially when it relates to that one guy. I cannot think of his name, but he is like he wears like a police hat. It's not a police hat. That's what it reminds me of. But just their interactions and how similar they are. It's such a good moment. Like I really love that. And so Bellemire is awesome. She is just another cool mom that is like, I must feature her today. I wish I could say more about her, but if you don't know, I do not want to be that person that does the spoilers. But it is so heartfelt and so moving. And yeah, she's just kick butt. Like, that's all there is to say about her. For number 3, speaking of more kick butt moms, Kyoko from Fruits Basket. Yes. Oh my goodness. Like, I can honestly say that her backstory, I mean, I was a little bit iffy on the romance part of things, but her backstory is one of my favorite parts of Fruits Basket. Like, she is so different than what I ever expected for her to be because I mean, our main girl, like, they're similar, but they're very different at the same time. I mean, specifically their backstories. But oh my goodness, I just love seeing her on page. She is such a passionate woman, and I just love how she doesn't put up with any kind of mess or anything. And it was just extremely fascinating to see again her backstory. Like, I have never read that in manga, except for maybe when it comes to the way of the house husband, but even then it was different. And I was just like, man, like if any mom, I think like when I was brainstorming moms, like she was like number 2 that came to mind. And I was like, yes, I need to feature her because I mean, even though I feel like she is different as a mom, I still just love how her past shaped her into motherhood and how she just, I thought that she was such a very real and relatable mom in fiction. Like her story definitely has some heartbreaking moments for sure, but I mean, you just feel her love for her daughter so strongly, and I love the memories that she has of her, and just it was so good. Like those moments were very powerful to me, and like I said, that was one thing I could truly say that I really loved her story in Fruits Basket a lot. Like it was definitely one of my favorites. And my friend mentioned the other day, she's like, "Well, are you excited for the movie about her?" And I completely forgot that there was going to be a movie because at the time I hadn't read Fruits Basket, didn't really know anything about it, and so now I'm like, I need to go check out the trailer if there is one because I really, really would be. Like, I just loved her story. And like I said, I love her passion and how she just doesn't put up with any nonsense, but she loves her daughter so very much. Like, it's just so wholesome and so beautiful. And I just really love her, I think her passion and her drive. And despite that there is heartache there at times, like, it's just everything about it was just very, very moving. So had to do a shout out to her because I was like, I want a chance just to say that like her mom was so different. Like Toru's mom was so different than I ever imagined. Like I feel like I was not even remotely prepared for how her story would be. And I don't mean just like things that happen later on and that affect our main girl. Like I mean just right from the get-go. Like she's just so different than I expected. And I don't know, I just thought it was really, really cool and wanted to feature her today for sure. All right, we're going into the more, I feel like a little bit more relatable moms for me. So number 4, I can't remember her name, but I'm going to say Rengoku's mom because, oh my goodness, I think she's one of my favorites because, oh my goodness, that scene. I don't have the first part of this scene, but like, I think I can do this without showing any kind of spoilers here. Here we go. But that's Rengoku's mom. And when Rengoku's having a flashback in that battle, just every single time it makes me cry. Like, I love how she just encouraged Rengoku. Like, I could not imagine being in her position and just the strength that she shows and the love and the kindness and just it is so moving. Like, honestly, I feel like I said, she's one of my favorite moms in fiction because of how she just raised up her son, how she lifted him up and encouraged him in such, it seems like such a small way, but such a profound and impactful way on Rengoku. Like, I think just how it shows, this mom shows in that moment, how, and even Tanjiro's mom, how impactful moms, like, are on their children, like I'd say in a very positive way when it comes to this. Now, I can only think of Tanjiro's mom and Rengoku's mom. I cannot think of any other moms off the top of my head. So hopefully there's like no like moms in this manga that like totally cancel out what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna say in relation to Rengoku and Tanjiro's mom. But I just love the bond that they have with their mothers, and just their mothers are just so, I was gonna say so moving, but that doesn't make sense. But I love the impact that they had on their children. And I just found Rengoku's mom, for me personally, very, very inspiring, especially that one conversation she has with Rengoku in that flashback that, I mean, I said, I tear up every single time. And I'm just like, I hope that I can be that kind of mom to my kids. And then that one scene that I showed and had to block out like all the spoilers on the other page is such a moving and profound moment in this manga, especially when it relates to Rengoku. Like, if you know, you know. I mean, it's just, when she's on page, I mean, you just feel her love for Rengoku, and I feel like maybe even deeper of how she has pushed and shaped this young man. And I love it so very, very much. I mean, I feel like that's all I can say, because she doesn't get a lot of page time, but I feel like when she's on there, she's making an impact, not just in Rengoku's life, but also in the reader's life. And I just really love, again, how she pushes me and encourages me as a mom as well to be like that for my kiddos. For number 5, I don't have the manga, but I wanted to feature Seku's mom. It's funny, I wasn't originally gonna say her on this list, but I was like, if I'm honest, okay, if I'm honest, any other mother that is so relatable in manga would be would be his mom. Like, I really loved how she's shown in this manga. I feel like when you first meet her and the decisions that she makes, she's not necessarily a fan favorite by any means. I mean, she says something to Deku that's so heartbreaking and so heart crushing. And I'll admit that even at first I didn't like her. I was like, why did you say that to Deku? Why would you say that? But I feel like she just shows that, you know, despite that and she apologizes later for what she said, you know, she messed up, so to speak. Like, she made a decision. She said something that she really did regret, but she is literally Deku's biggest fan, and I love their relationship. I love how he was able to forgive his mom, and he sees like his mom is trying. She wants to support him the best way that she can, and I just felt like her choices and the things she's done, because I just, looking back now, when I feel like I said something to one of my oldest kiddos that I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have said that, because I feel like I accidentally discouraged them. Thankfully, you know, Deku wasn't discouraged by what his mom said, and he is an incredible young man and hero today in the manga. I was like, man, I just really related to that. So I felt like she just needed to be featured, even if I was like, man, you know, she's not a kick butt mom, but she really is a supportive and strong mom character. And the way, like I said, that she just supports Deku is so funny, especially when she cries. And I forgot which, like, I think it was one of the tournaments that happens on with the class, and it was just like, oh my goodness, like, it's so relatable. So I feel like Deku's mom, I think was her name Inko, that she is one of the most relatable moms in manga for me that I have read thus far. That I'm just like, you know, even if I'm like, man, I don't love her beginning story, I feel like, you know, it does show that, unfortunately, that parents are not perfect, that they say things, that they do things, they make decisions that they later regret, and they're just like, ah, you know, and that's just in those moments that you hope that your kids will forgive you and rise above what you said, because you just didn't realize how impactful those were, but not in the same way like that Rengoku's mom and what she has said to Rengoku. And I suppose that is all for featuring these awesome, amazing moms in fiction. What are some moms that you feel like deserve some spotlight, deserve some love today? I would love to hear from you, friends, and let me know if any of these moms too are some of your favorites. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!